Well, let me tell you, I'm a fella from just outside Kankakee, about 2 hours from Chicago, give or take, depending on traffic. Grew up around cornfields and cows, the kind of place where you could throw a rock in any direction and hit a tractor. Now, my dad always said I was a born talker, so pardon me if I wander off the main road now and again, but I promise I'll bring her back around. Anyhow, back when I was 20 or so, I was working nights at the old steel mill, back before half of 'em closed. It was good, honest work, but it sure could get under my skin. The clanking machinery, the deadlines, the boss breathing down my neck, why, it was enough to make my hair go gray a decade early. Now, that reminds me of my neighbor, old Mr. Thompson. He raised goats. Funny creatures, goats, always nibbling on everything, even your shirt if you're not careful. But I tell you, that man never seemed stressed a day in his life. One time, I asked him, "Mr. Thompson, how do you keep so calm with all them goats hollering at you day in, day out?" He just grinned and said, "I take a walk around the barn, scratch a goat behind the ears, and remember I ain't in control of every little thing. Some things'll just happen how they happen." Then he chuckled and walked away, leaving me thinking he was about the wisest fella I ever met. It wasn't until years later, after I'd lost some sleep over bills and troubles at work, that I finally got it. You gotta let go of the stuff you can't change and focus on what you can. When life gets noisy, like a pen full of goats, sometimes you just need a breather, a little moment to remember that stress is a passing storm cloud, not a permanent fixture. And, wouldn't you know, once I started thinking that way, those sleepless nights got fewer and farther between. So, that's my long-winded point, I guess. If you're feeling wound up, find a way to step back. Trust that life, much like them goats, has a way of sorting itself out, provided you don't let it chew on your shirt.